An award? I never got an award before! Look, Rob! I got an award!
It's me, and Alda's back with another video, and yes, this is some pretty big news for Sonic Frontiers. For those who have not kept up with Sonic news or haven't kept up on the channel, Sonic Frontiers was just this big saving grace for the franchise. It was a game that was both well received through the fandom as well as a lot of critics, and it was just a game that everyone really seemed to love and enjoy, but it never seemed to have been able to win any awards. It was somehow never nominated for any of the awards for the Game Show Awards, which I still think was kind of bullshit. I think it proved it enough for their soundtrack to be at least nominated. And then the one award they got nominated for, which was Player Choice, which was awards voted for the fans, it lost to Genshin Impact. And then it was nominated for Best Soundtrack for the Steam Awards, only to lose to another Sega-owned property, Final Fantasy. However, it has come to light that, as the time I'm recording this, last night it was revealed at the Famitsu Denjetki award show. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry if I don't speak Japanese. Award show that Sonic Frontiers had actually won Best Action Adventure Game, which is pretty big because it beat God of War Ragnarok as well as Horizon Forbidden West that were also nominated in this category, which is a huge deal. For those of you who don't know, this is the big game show award show for Japan. I believe it's basically like the US Game Show Awards, but obviously in Japan. And this is a big deal for many reasons. One of the goals of the Sonic team was to get Sonic popular in Japan again, because it has not been popular in Japan at all, which is where pretty much Sonic came from. But also because it was, God of War Ragnarok and also Horizon Forbidden West are also very big popular names in Japan as well. And so for Sonic Frontiers to beat both of those games in this nomination in Japan really means that Sonic finally got popular again in Japan, and that a lot of people in Japan really did love this game. Good to know that they have great tastes. But also, this is just a huge deal because this was just one of the many goals that, the director of Sonic Frontiers and the Sonic team really had for Sonic in general, to make a game that would really be a good startup for the next generation of Sonic, to really make a redemption, to get the groundwork back up, and to hopefully get its IP popular in Japan again. And so this is basically proof that they were able to be successful in that as well. I mean, I think everyone kind of knows, even the people like myself that really love Sonic Frontiers will admit that Sonic Frontiers is a very flawed game. But very similarly to like Sonic Adventures, it's a game that has a lot of good groundworks that can be built up to make even more greater games, which was basically what Sonic Adventures was. And this is, now Sonic Frontiers be able to do this for the third wave of Sonic Frontiers, for Sonic, I think. But all in all, just really cool news I thought I would just like to share. I think this is really great. People from the fandom have expressed excitement and just happiness that it finally happened. This is, maybe it's not a big deal to some, but for the Sonic franchise, this is really huge. It's something that a lot of us felt like the game really deserved more praise than what it was getting, and that it really just shows just the next step that Sonic is heading. And I think it's just pretty cool. The director actually did also leave out a tweet expressing his gratitude, which basically reads after being translated. Earlier, we received the Action Award category and prize at the Famitsu Denjetki Game Award 2022. We received the support of many people in Japan, and thanks to all of you, we were able to receive the Japanese Game Award Future Category Award before the release, and this award after the release. And I think it's well deserved. I think it's amazing that it finally won something. I still believe it needs to win some Best Music Soundtrack Award, because the soundtrack of Sonic Frontiers is like god tier. I will die on that hill that game has one of the best soundtracks of like gaming history. It's in my top 10. I will die on that hill. Sonic Frontiers' soundtrack is fucking badass. Like, I will stand on that hill. But all in all, I am glad that it did win this award, and I think that the Sonic team should be very proud of themselves. I hope the director of Sonic is proud of himself, and I'm just really glad that the Sonic fandom has something really to now finally be able to be satisfied that it actually finally won something. I know it's grasping straws, but you know what? Damn it, that's the best part of this fandom. We take what we can get, and it's such a beautiful thing. So yeah, that's about it. Short video, nothing really much more to say, but just I felt like it was a great way to end the saga of the awards for Sonic Frontiers and Sonic Frontiers finally getting something. And I'm really happy. I think it's just a great way to end Sonic Frontiers, to see what else the game can see what else will happen to the game. I also heard the DLC, or at least the first release of the DLC, is coming out apparently sometime this week or next week, though it's all rumored. We don't know, but we'll see. And if that be the case, well then hell yeah, I will definitely be doing a video on that, but we'll see what happens. And of course, with that being said, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I post videos as often as I can, and I am happy that the game finally won something, because it deserved it. It really did deserve it. You know, it's a flawed game, but a lot of passion and work went into this game, and this game was made with the intentions of the fans, which unfortunately is not as common in the gaming industry. So I'm glad it got this. I'm glad I got it. Personally, I think it deserves best music soundtrack. Best adventure game is a bit stretched compared to God of War, Ragnarok, and Horizon Forbidden West, but I'm glad it got something. You know, I won't discredit it too much. And as always, till next time, bye-bye!